All right, welcome folks. We're gonna start in just a minute or two. Okay, it's 1 o'clock, so that means it's time to get started. Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, whatever time it is where you are. We've got a set I have been looking forward to since it was first announced. I wasn't looking forward to it when it was rumored because there was no way I believed that these rumors were true, but we do indeed have a Lego Transformers set. Even on the top there, Hasbro and Takara Tomy, officially licensed Optimus Prime from the G1 cartoon in all of his semi-truck glory. He's got his blaster, you know, the iconic red, gray, and blue color scheme. Just everything I remember from watching the reruns of the show as a kid. And as it says in the top here, the model does convert. He does go from robot to truck mode. Very excited to see how well that works. Hey there, Buttloaf. Then we can see some accessories. Of course, he's got the Spark of Leadership, an Energon Cube, his axe, blaster, he's got a jetpack. So yeah, definitely really looking forward to this. Still very curious to know what deals with which devils were made for Hasbro and Lego, two of the largest toy companies and direct competitors with each other, to team up to make this happen. There's some rumors that it was because there were some Chinese Transformer Lego set knockoffs that were being sold in China, and Lego, like as part of like a settlement or something, or as part of threatening a lawsuit, was able to make this happen. I have no idea, no insight into it, but hey, whatever happened, I'm glad, because it means we got this awesome set. Hopefully awesome. We're gonna open her up shortly and see how it goes. It's kind of pricey. 1,500 parts, retails for $180. I was able to snag this on sale through, I think, Zavvi. Zavvi or iWoot, they're owned by the same company, but they had like a 20% off sale on it. So I'm like, well, you know, for like 150 bucks, I doubt we're gonna see it for this price, for such a low price for a while. So I'm gonna grab it, and yeah, no, today we get to build that. Homework assignment, it's a third-year grade, geez. Well, yeah, we definitely want you making sure you do a good job on that. So, understand they'll be popping in and out. All right, so let's pop open the box. Speaking of popping in and out, and let's see what we've got here. So, lots of bags. Dump all those out. We've got our instructions in a cardboard envelope, so that's pretty cool. Does it say anything here? Just, I guess that means that, hey, look, the instructions are here, dummy. Got some like quality control information. There's no like tear strip or anything. like on like an Amazon package you'd get in a cardboard envelope. This will have this tape here. I gotta slice open. But hey, it's a step in the right direction of going to, you know, more recyclable, environmentally friendly packaging. And since it's in a more rigid cardboard envelope, the stickers are in great condition. And not too many stickers either. We have one for the display plaque, and then 4 others. I think these are like the legs, and these are like the front of the truck. And then the instruction book, it's got that Autobot logo in full form. Like, you know who this is. This is Transformers. It's so weird, like Lego and Autobot, like just crazy. We've got the Autobot logo on the back. All right, let's see how many bags we've got here. Then we've got this little thing. I'm not sure what this is. I have not seen like a weird insert like this in a Lego set in a long time. So is this like telling us the paper bags are coming soon? Yes, we're transitioning from single-use plastic to paper-based packaging. As we progress, you may find a mix of paper and plastic in our boxes. So that's a cool little heads up, so people are aware of what's going on if they're not, you know, tracking all of the Lego news online like most of us are. So it looks like we've got 10 bags here. And number 5 has 2 bags, the only exception to that. And we've got a bag with the tires, all 6 of them. Yeah, so let's open things up and get started. Right, no need to delay. So I'm curious, people in the chat, what your experiences are with Transformers and the property. Like, how did you come into Transformers? Like, what your favorite eras are. Alright, of course got our brick separator. I think we're running out of room again in our mug. Oh, one goes in, one falls out. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we've got in our instruction book here. The paper feels like different. Like, obviously it's very glossy, but I feel like a lot of instruction books are. This feels like almost plasticky. I'm not sure that's the material or not. More than meets the eye. Autobots convert and roll out. What started off in 1984 as a series of toy robots that could quickly change into other forms became a global cultural phenomenon encompassing comic books, video games, animations, and live-action blockbuster movies. Some information about Optimus Prime here. It looks like that's coming from the cartoon with the spark of leadership. This is an interesting picture because it looks like it is a Lego, like a artist rendering of the Lego set, so you can see some studs on there. Oh, of course he's got his stats there, right? Like the toys had back in the day. I think they still do that. One shall stand, one shall fall. Some information from the Lego design team. And then, yeah, going through the instructions. So let's get ourselves started. According to his original bio, Optimus Prime is the largest, strongest, and wisest of all the Autobots. He feels his role is the protection of all life. All right, let's get our picture cam up and running. All right. Yeah, so like I was saying, I remember G1 Transformers. I was born in the late 80s, so I remember like reruns, or I remember going to the video rental store. It wasn't even a Blockbuster, it was, you know, like a locally owned store, and renting Transformers episodes or the original film on VHS. Definitely had some toys and stuff growing up. And I remember one of my best friends, his older brother was like 3 years older, so he was definitely more in the like original generation of Transformers, and he had like some of the original toys. Distinctly remember he had Optimus Prime. I think he had like Starscream as well. So I remember kind of playing with those when I was over at their house and stuff like that. So, but then when I really got into Transformers was Beast Wars, the animated series, or the CG series, I guess. And that is my Transformers, right? Like Gen Xers who, like, you know, more grew up in the 80s, whereas I don't really remember the 80s, even though I was alive in some of them. Yeah, you know, obviously they're all about the G1 cartoon. For me, though, it's more Beast Wars. And I remember like watching the cartoon every week, and then it actually tied into the G1 cartoon. Spoiler alert for like a 30-year-old show, but that was really cool. And yeah, so that's always my Transformers. Like, I'm very excited about this set here. But like if it had been Optimus Primal or like Beast Wars Megatron, I would have like been pre-ordering this set at midnight on launch day, rather than waiting for a little sale online. But I really don't know how they could make this or make a Beast Wars character out of Lego and like do it justice. That'd be a big challenge. I would love to see them prove me wrong. So we'll see. And then I kind of like fell out of Transformers after Beast Wars. I never got into any of the different iterations since then. I've thought about it a few times, and then like I'll go look online at like, all right, what series are there, and like what order should I watch it in? It's like, oh my god, there's so much. How can I catch up on any of this? And so I don't. Yeah, I never really got into the movies either, personally. I remember when the first one came out, I'm pretty sure I saw the first one and was like, yeah, you know, not for me. And I saw like maybe, like the third or fourth one. And I was like, nope, confirmed, still not for me. Although I am kind of interested with this upcoming one, since it is Rise of the Beasts, and in theory there are going to be Beast Wars characters in it, but I'm also kind of afraid of how they're going to screw it up. Yeah, I have to imagine that the movies, you know, even they're not for everyone, are certainly a big part of why Transformers is like still relevant today. So gotta give them credit for that at least. And as people have seen in the past, I do collect some of the Masterpiece Beast Wars toys. I think I've streamed 1 or 2 of those in the past as they've come out. But those are a lot of fun. They really like capture what I remember of the cartoon, but in toy form. Whereas the toys from back then really were very meh. Alright, so we had some clips and bars, and now I've got some hinge plates in here. Kind of looks like a crab right now. Getting some Ravage vibes. Because I always got to bring it back to Beast Wars. Yeah, Ravage, right? They recently did, for one of the anniversaries of Beast Wars, they kicked off a comic series for Beast Wars. It was kind of like a retelling, reimagining of the original show. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was just always intended to be a fairly short run, or if it just wasn't doing well, but it ended recently before they could bring some of the iconic characters back in. But it was definitely a good run. If you're a fan of Beast Wars, definitely recommend checking it out. It had a cool art style in it. Oh, we got a little note here in the instructions. Energon is the primary commodity for Transformers society, as it can be used for food, energy, and currency. I feel like anyone who's buying this set probably knows that. If you're a big enough Transformers fan to buy a $180 Lego toy of it, probably know about Energon. Pretty excited about this piece. I think this was new for this year. One of the new click hinge connectors, like a 1x2, what is this, like 1 1/3 brick, with that kind of click hinge socket on it. I think this is going to be used for the arms, it looks like. there, Jaden Prime. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So we got lots of interesting connection points here. We got these bars, we've got the socket, and then we've got the hinge plate, which is doubled up to give it some more support there. Let's see what these end up being. Probably, it looks like the shoulders, right? Like the arms will go here and they can fold back so the arms can go up. Oh, that's nifty. So you've got these 1x1 bricks with studs. Of course, the studs on the side are hollow. So now when these go forward, the bars will go into the holes on those bricks and kind of keep it locked in place fairly well. Just, you know, you can pop it out too, just take a good bit of force. And once these bricks are further locked in, they'll be sturdier. It's a cool little way to kind of keep that connection, keep it in place when it's in that mood. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be where the matrix of leadership goes. This is, I guess, the inside of his chest, because we're about to make the front windows of the truck here. Pretty psyched that after like just one bag, very recognizable as to what it is we're assembling. Got some nice silver, I think this is chromed, right? Yeah, it looks like it's chrome, silver chrome 1x2 cheese slopes. Oh yeah, what did you change with yours? Like, how did you modify it to improve it? I think that's definitely one of the cool things about Lego compared to, you know, buying like a normal Transformer toy or something, is that, you know, if there's something you don't like, you can very easily modify it to meet your preferences. Not that people don't do that with normal Transformers or other toys. It's certainly a vibrant community of like kind of kit bashers and stuff out there. So yeah, not quite so easy. right, there we go. It's definitely looking like some Optimus Prime chest there. We've got the cheese slopes being the side view mirrors, and of course it's going to open up so you can access the matrix of leadership there. And sometimes though, lining up these one by ones is a bit of a pain. And in this case, since it's going to be like right in the middle of this chest, you're definitely going to be able to see it if there's like not good alignment there. All right, that's it for the first bag. Probably going to be doing our giveaways every 3 bags or so. The thigh stickers are upside down the instructions, reverse the blade on the axe, and the fingers detached move separately. Yeah, I did see that comment about the stickers on the thighs. People definitely had some thoughts about that, as they frequently do in any of these very expensive sets. It's like, so you spent all this money making this very pricey set, and then you like could double check that stuff. And you know, mistakes happen. I get it. It can be frustrating from a consumer perspective, though, spending so much money. On a set just to have like a mistake there. Especially on like some of the bigger ones, we were talking like $200 up. There we go. At least the stickers here are something that could easily be fixed. It's not like a typo, like you see sometimes. Curious to see how the hands are done. Now that you mentioned that, though, Jaden, sorry. Seeing how the fingers are designed and how you can modify it to make it a little more detailed. Sounds cool. I'm sure someone out there who is much more of a talented builder than I has already gone and like, if it's not out there yet, I'm sure they're working on making a trailer for Optimus here. Because that would be, I think, the ultimate addition to this set. So this is interesting. This whole thing here is now kind of built upside down. And because of these Technic bricks on the pins that are flipped with the studs facing in the opposite direction, because there, I'm assuming the head is going to attach to that little toe ball, and then it can flip around something. There we go. Maybe it's hitting something and go that way. Maybe it just folds down like that to get it out of there. I'm very interested to see how the transformation goes. According to the episode Thief in the Night, it takes 1,000 barrels of oil to make one Energon cube. Man, I remember the 80s when all we cared about was oil. Oh wait, that's still how it is today. Oh wow, I got really confused for a second. I looked at the instructions real quick. I'm like, oh, it's not a 1x6 plate, it's a 1x4. I didn't see any 1x4. It's like, it's a 1x5 plate. The little kid in me is like, heresy, heresy. 1x5s don't exist. Crazy to think in these days that we finally have 1x5s. More odd-numbered studs than just 1x3s. There we go. Starting to really come together. Look a little primey. Of course, Beast Wars fan of me wants to say, well, that's just Prime. So we got these little plates with like the track piece on them here that are going there. So that means this is definitely not going this way. It definitely has to fold back. These tiles here keep this from folding all the way back and keep it at that nice angle for the cab, like what we kind of saw with the original toy. And it lines up really well up here. It looks super good. No gaps or anything other than the front there. Yeah, got another note here. The original Generation 1 Optimus Prime toy was released in 1984 in the US. The design of the toy itself was originally named Battle Convoy. Back when you could have toys with names like Battle Convoy. So if, by like some miracle, Lego and Hasbro team up for another Transformers set. I think I have the head mounted backwards. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for catching that. I was wondering why that was so far back on the body. Alright, let's just break this whole thing apart. Catch it now than later, though, that's for sure. together firmly. Well, that certainly makes much more sense. Thank you for that catch. And yeah, I can't go any further there, and then I can go back like that for vehicle mode. Yes, anyway, if we were to get another Lego Transformers set, I think the obvious choice from a Transformers lore perspective would be Megatron, but I don't think that's ever happening since G1 Megatron was a gun and G2 Megatron was a tank. I think both of those are a bit too violent for Lego to ever do in a toy. I think Starscream you might be able to get away with, though. I would love to see Starscream. And again, I'm a fan of F-15s in general, but I guess to that point, if they couldn't find a way to make the Osprey set come out, the Lego Technic Osprey, I think we'd be hard pressed to get Starscream either. So you probably have to go back to like the Autobots then, be like maybe Bumblebee or like Jazz or something. Be a more generic car. We've already got the license partnership with Volkswagen. If they did G1 Bumblebee. They got lots and lots of snot brackets and bricks going in here. Oh, this is interesting. So we're putting this Technic axle through these Technic plates that have the holes in them. We're covering it with this boat bottom piece so the axle can't pop back out. Cool technique there. Brackets onto snot brackets. Alright, that's why there is that tile here so that boat bottom piece can fit. And so now we have this axle that I assume is going to be for like the hips or something. Got a 4x4 turntable. 4x4 round bricks bits, and there is like those little grooves, those little like bumps on the bottom of the 4x4 brick that fit in the grooves here, so it kind of can click into place. Get back in there. Definitely one of the most technical system builds I've come across in a long time. just because of the whole, hey, we've got to make this thing transform. Alright, just about done with bag 2 here. Hopefully we're gonna have something else just looking vaguely like Optimus's torso. Alright, let's make sure we line this up somewhat properly here. So there are some 2x2 round plates we put in here that have an axle hole in them, so it helps us line that up. That connects there. So now this can spin around. Has a nice satisfying clicking sound as you do that. So we're going to see some Optimus Prime-like shapes. Alright, on to bag 3. We're gonna do our first tires. These can be arms or legs, and are we doing 2 of them? Yes, alright, we're doing 2. These are gonna be his upper legs. And I got these nice tires to open up here. They're all the same. Looks like it. Yep. Alright, well, we're only going to need 2 for this bag. Stand up, it's cool. Where are you, inverted tiles? The sound of searching for that one elusive Lego part. cool little piece here, like a 1x2 Technic brick, but it's got kind of like this flange coming out on the back, which I guess helps make it easier to lock it into a larger build, makes it sturdier. Oh, we got some Ccbs ball joints. Not dead yet. Some interesting shapes here with the 4x4 quarter round plate and now this 4x4 with the cutout. I assume these are to give it like clearance when things are like moving around or something. I will say, for as complicated as I was expecting this build to be, it does seem like it's coming together pretty quickly. I guess that is just a testament to the set designers and their instructions. I like how smooth this is coming out with all the tiles and cheese slopes here. All right, time for our first stickers. And also, we've got these guys, which I believe are a new part. Looks very similar to a part we've seen before, but I believe these versions have no friction. Yeah. So the one we're used to, that's usually comes in, I believe, black or dark bluish gray, I forget which. But that one has friction, whereas this one does not, and will spin freely here. All right, let's do these stickers, and we'll put them on I mean, they only go on the tile one way, but we're gonna put them on Optimus here upside down, as Jadam mentioned, because the instructions tell you to put them on the wrong way. At least, you know, in terms of sticker misplacement, these just go on a 2x6 tile, and so even if like you follow the instructions and then realize afterwards that it's upside down, you can just pop off these tiles and flip it around. So not a big deal by any means as far as mistakes go. Not like when some dummy accidentally puts the head on backwards, or the head mount on backwards. That dummy, of course, being me. Alright, I'm gonna get the parts for this step. And then we're gonna put our giveaway link back on, so we can do our first giveaway for today. So you can head over to that link, enter for a chance to win. Just looking through some of the stuff we've got in our inventory. And family still got some Lego Movie 2 collectible minifigs. So if we can help clean those out there, make room for new stuff in the future. Alright, time for some tires. Rims. We've got these lovely printed Technic discs, some nice silver printing for the hubcaps. And yeah, thanks to that piece not having any friction, those spin smoothly. So hopefully Optimus will be able to roll along when he is in vehicle mode. Alright, we've got some fancy quick hinges here. There's some fairly recent pieces there. Snap together, have a lot of friction, they click into place. They also connect with these older style ones. Interesting, by putting the Technic pin in here, I guess it can still turn, okay. Alright, so that goes in here. And in there. Alright, they're very clear. Attach it with the gray and blue forward, not the red. So he says, there we go. All right. Yeah, it's starting to look like Optimus. Let's switch to a wide shot here for a sec. Oh yeah, we already built that. And yeah, so we got that can spin, and then the legs can go out, or they can, of course, oh, they can't go backwards. I have discovered. Oh, okay, because from those, if they can't go backwards, you're just going to have some issues. So yeah, I guess to transform him, you're going to have to spin him that way, and then they will go back like that. Of course, that will flip around. So yeah, he's kind of see the truck coming together. Rolls very smoothly. Flips around. Fortunately, because of the ball joints here, he cannot stand just yet. He's going to move forward though, so he can sit. All right, we're going to open up our fourth bag, and then we're going to pick our first winner. What are we building here? Looks like lower legs. We're building both lower legs or just one? Alright, so this all of bag 4 is just his right lower leg. It's good to know, so I don't try building 2 at once and then run out of pieces really quick. Turn that link off again for now. Not many people entering so far. No one wants free sets. Alright, well, Buttloaf, whether you're listening or off working on your homework, you are our winner. Winner of a Lego Movie 2 collectible minifig, so congrats. Put that on the pile. Got some lug support sets to send you and some other things, so I do plan on working on getting a bunch of stuff shipped out, hopefully this week. Now that I'm back from Brick Fair, Pennsylvania, we have our support sets distributed or selected. Okay, bag 4. Making a leg for Optimus. Looks like a little doll sitting here. Like a doll Sid from Toy Story got to. Very curious to see how these legs do their thing and make a nice, strong, and secure connection. We found our Ccbs ball joint here. So I'm guessing that means the foot is going to have to attach here, because obviously you can't have a ball connect to another ball. I assume there's going to be some way that they get kind of locked in, so they have a very limited range of movement to keep it nice and strong and sturdy. messed that up. Interesting offsets here. I got the 1x3 jumper with this clip attached, and then another jumper on top. So yeah, the practical thing is that it makes these clips half a module further out than they would have been otherwise. Which I assume is going to line up precisely with something else later on. So we've got our Ccbs socket brick going in here. All right, let's start from the other end. Make sure I have all the things aligned properly. Interesting that these jumpers are here just to put this on when like a normal 2x2 plate would have worked just fine. So that does go all the way back there. Alright, so I'm guessing now the curve here will allow this to attach, and it means at the very least, like right now it can still move forward, but I'm assuming we're going to cover that over so it can't, but you can see it can't move backwards really, but it'll still be able to like twist to help him with transformation. Interesting, another Ccbs ball joint here. For what I assume is going to be the feet. And that means the feet definitely won't be able to move forward and backwards. They may be able to have some side-to-side movement, which I think is definitely going to be needed so you can have like that kind of A pose with his legs kind of angled out a bit. some interesting snot detailing going on the sides here. Very curious to see how these clips incorporate with these 1x1 rounded bricks. Oh, the backs of his legs even get some detailing here. It's always nice to see. These lower legs are definitely very involved. There's a lot to them. You can see why they split them into 2 bags. Just because of the elaborate nature of the build here. More of these lovely silver 1x2 cheese slopes. Very shiny. Lovely detailing here. Alright, I will say as fun and interesting as building this leg has been, I'm not looking forward to just doing it again, but slightly mirrored for the next bag. Hopefully there's something different about the next bag to set it apart. There's just some nice detailing for the back of his leg. Alright. Now this whole thing pops into there, and even though it is a ball joint, the way it's constructed means it can just kind of spin around, but it can't go forward or backwards. So I assume that means they're going to be something like this in vehicle mode. And the feet will have like the back wheels on here. Alright, back in inside there, got a sitting Optimus Prime. Slowly coming together. It's gonna be really interesting if bag 5, okay, yeah, bag 5 is different because we also need the other 4 wheels or tires. So it's gonna be, I guess, the left leg and then the feet. So it'll set itself apart a little bit. I appreciate that. Not just a complete repetition. I assume the feet, or maybe the other tires do attach to the legs. I forget. Alright, let's get those rims out of here. So they're not in our way. And yeah, get started. On this. I'm not going to have much commentary on because I already built that. I suppose I could have opened bags 4 and 5 at the same time. That seemed a lot like work. Assume these 1x2 Technic bricks, the 2 pinholes, are where the tires are going to be attaching. Oh, interesting. All right, so there is one difference between the left and right legs, and now it makes sense why we are making these jumper, or why we're using these jumper plates to attach these at like just the right distance. So this one, we have the bars on here, 1x2 plate with a bar. And on the right leg, we have the 1x2 plate with the clip. So that's going to allow them to snap together in vehicle mode and make it sturdier. Hence the need for that kind of precise distance with the jumpers. Guess it also kind of goes to why we're doing all this build-up around the clips and bars too. So they're kind of not super obvious when he's in robot mode. Kind of makes it a little subtle. All right, getting real close to wrapping up the left lower leg here. We get to attach some tires. Pops on there. We've got 4 more of these pieces. So zoom out a little there. 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 Alright, so let's put him more in truck mode, I guess. Guess it's gonna be kind of like that. Alright, got 4 more of these lovely printed hubcap pieces. Kind of thing that we only get printed, I think, because there are 6 of them in the set. Otherwise, that probably would not be enough to justify them being printed and not stickered. Alright, that is it for bag 5. You can see it rolls around pretty nicely. Let's switch out for a sec so you can see. Nice smooth rolling action. And then that goes down like that. And that goes like that. Just split apart. And have, well, you can even stand for now. Definitely looking a bit prime. All right, bag 6. Not a lot of parts in here. Looks like we're building at least the base of his feet. We're not doing all the finishing details on them. Because we're building them both identical. I guess we attach them and then we're gonna put some differentiating features on to tell the 2 sides apart, make them mirrored versus exactly symmetric. And yeah, after we build the feet here, finish bag 6, we'll do our second giveaway. And we got some of the lovely 1x1 Technic brick with axle holes in them. Been a couple years now that those have been released, but they are still somewhat new. Let's see a little more there. Got some interesting parts here that I'm seeing that will, of course, show off when we get to them. But I'm looking at them and kind of getting a little excited. Parts we don't see too often. Some Technic axles. Making those feet nice and sturdy. So here we go, we got some of these little orange rubber tread pieces. They do fit in a Technic pin. They're designed for like the Technic treads. And I'm not sure if these are going to be used here as spacers or if they're going to be if this is gonna be the bottom of the foot. I think this is gonna be the bottom of the foot, so we'll have like a little bit of rubber on the bottom to give him some traction, so he does not, so his legs will slide apart. So definitely a good design feature there. Oh, there's some other sets that have done that recently, and I'm trying to remember what they were. All right, we've got some good old CCBS joints. Say old, but this is like what, like the 4th or 5th iteration of the design now. I think Voltron has some tires in the lion's feet. Different design from here, but there's like literally little race car tires in there to keep his feet from sliding. Where else? There's always some rubber pieces on the base of the bonsai tree as well. Keep it from moving around. I'm sure there's some others that I'm not thinking of offhand. Interesting, these CCBS joints are, I guess they're pretty locked into place here. But they're not actually like attached to any like other axle holes. They're just kind of like floating in these pinholes here. A little bit of an interesting design decision. I mean, I guess if it works, it works. Just not necessarily what I was expecting. Starting to see the feet come together here. I think the toes are going to be able to move a little bit, possibly. Some nice silver drill tiles there. And some trans red tiles, I assume are like the brake lights. Lots of these 1x2 cheese slopes in the feet and the lower legs. Very handy piece, it would seem. What's going on there? And so even though this is on like this Technic thing that can move, once we put that on there, it cannot move anymore. It's just there to keep it at an angle. All right, some more of these little rubbery guys. Give some friction on the backs of the feet. So the backs of the feet here are pretty stationary, but the toe can move down a bit, probably for the transformation. Okay, now with those dual Ccbs joints here, pop that on. And yeah, now he can stand. His feet can go to the side a little, so you can see there in the inset. He's got a nice pose going on. Some decent posability, even though he does not have knees. All right, we're at the last section. For bag 6, just I guess like little gas tank details that go on the sides of his legs up here. Silver drum lacquered Lego elements were added to the faceplate, shin vents, fuel tanks, and side mirrors to match the feel of the original toy, which had chrome details. They're like referring, we've got some of these guys, 2x2 round drum lacquered plates here, and then these 1x2 round bricks as well. Help call back that feel of the original toy. So shiny. Not quite as good as the old chromed pieces, but definitely fancy. Lots more of these grill tiles as well in the chrome. Switch over there, and those go on that hole. Make sure I do that right. Okay, so it looks like for bag 7, we're going to work on the front here. I'm going to open that up. People are a minute or two to enter in for the giveaway. Oh, look at that lovely printed piece, the Autobot logo. Alright, yeah, so you can have the legs go together, they snap together, spin around, fold up. I assume the toes, the toes then fold down to become the little brake lights back there. Oh, and the gas tanks move as well. So it's definitely looking very truck-like, although the cab can turn here, but definitely seeing those original Optimus Prime toy vibes. All right. Let's go ahead and link and find our second winner. All right, Goomy Egg, congratulations on a Lego Movie 2 collectible minifigure. We'll be reaching out to get your mailing address so we can get that sent over to you. And yeah, let's start working on bag 7 here. stretch, I guess. Got 4 out of the 10 bags left to do. Alright, some more of those chrome drill tiles. Can't get enough of them, so obviously this is going to be the front drill here. There we go, see that grill coming together with some headlights now. time for our next sticker. Got another 2x6 tile. Looks like 4 of the 5 stickers are going on these 2x6 tiles. Remember when 2x6 tiles didn't even exist? There we go. I guess these are like the running lights or high beams or something there. Blinker signals. Looks nice and solid there. Let's roll Optimus over. That clips on. More like a truck. Alright, and then yeah, for robot mode, I guess it's supposed to like fold in, but we're not in robot mode right now, so not worrying about that. Take a look at robot mode, I think that's when we finish this bag. Now I gotta make his upper arms, it would seem. Some old school click hinge pieces. Make you feel like you're back in the Exo Force days. More 1x5 plates. How awesome is that? Get 2 of these beautiful Autobot tiles. Nice, I got some more kind of chrome silver parts. I don't think these are drum lacquered though, sadly. Just like the pearl silver, or whatever the color is officially called. I just try to hide that little slit in there if I can. We got some more silver Technic connectors here, the bushing with 2 pins. And we actually have a black Technic 2-axle connector in there, which is always nice because then you don't have the red showing through that little slit there. Alright, so let's adjust that camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. That is going to click into here. So it'll be an arm in robot mode, but then it goes back to help flesh out the cab there. Little smokestacks. Oh, looks pretty good from the back. They're only like a half plate gap. Well, they're going to do much better than that. Oh, that is it for bag 7 already. Just flip through the instruction pages since I built both of those at once. Oh, did I skip too far? All right. Okay, so since we're going to be building the rest of his arms here in bag 8, it looks like. Let's put him back into robot mode, see how many times we can transform him. I wonder what happens if I lift up. If the friction is good enough that the legs aren't like immediately rotating out on their own here, so that's good. So it flips around those split parts. Toes flip out. And these go like that. So actually, yeah, there are some studs back there that goes into. Let's go in place. Actually, those rotate down. That is looking pretty awesome. Oh. Forget the little head attachment point. We don't have the head yet. Alright, on to bag 8. Build him some arms. Or lower arms and some hands. Like tilt back at all? I feel like he looks like he's leaning kind of far forward. And let's go back. There we go. Oh, we're doing the head in this bag too? I think we might be doing the head because we've got, oh, there we go, that piece. I believe is specially designed for the head because it doesn't have that little point. I think it's a new mold there. All right, but first we got to do the arms, so let's get to it. Very exciting to be in like the home stretch here. How long have we been doing this? 2 hours? was pretty good for, it's probably gonna be like about a 3-hour build. Trying to orient them the way they do in the instructions so I don't get confused and make a mistake as I did earlier on. Tried to put the mounting point for his head on backwards. As I keep getting reminded every time I look at the chat. I mean, I definitely appreciate Jadem letting me know about that for sure. I just keep seeing like, oh, Andrew, you dummy, why did you do that? Alright, so we got these click hinges that will attach to the upper arms, I believe. And we got these other style click hinges. I'm curious to see what those are going to do. Those are probably going to be for the hands, I guess. All right, that makes sense. If it wasn't for all these like 3 wide parts, this would be a very hard build with like a 3x3 plates and the 2x3 plates. Definitely leaning very heavy on odd numbered geometry. Some Technic bricks with axle holes in there. May help to attach and let him hold the gun or the axe. Alright, I got some more printed elements. These 2x2 tiles with these arrows on them. I see the original toy had those, but I can't say I strictly remember that. Well, I will take the Lego set designer's word for it. Interesting. Some more clips on here. Maybe for transforming. Oh, no, looks like it is to help hide some of the joints when he's in robot mode. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Alright, these are the last red parts in this bag. I move on to the mostly blue parts for the hands. That when he's in, I guess, robot mode, that can fold down, help hide the joints. Maybe it's for when he's in vehicle mode. Who knows? We'll find out. The original toy's hands had to be detached and could be stored in his chest in vehicle mode. In this Lego model, the hands are designed to fold into the wheel wells instead of detaching. Well, that's very handy. Props again to the Lego designers for doing a better job than the original toy from 1984. The original almost 40-year-old toy. Oh, that feels gross to say. Alright, so he does have opposable thumbs, it looks like. That's the wrong part. Interesting. So using that 1x2 plate with like the bar on it for these fingers. But as Jaden Prime was saying earlier, they had to modify it to make individually posable fingers. And I can see the set designers clearly made it easy for like the builder to do that, right? Because like you can just put on these, and then he has some individually posable fingers. But according to the instructions, you're supposed to put this 1x3 plate here, which definitely makes it sturdier, right? Like without that, these fingers are going to pop off very easily. So I understand why they're doing that. I feel like if you want to do some more interesting like poses, might be a good thing to keep that 1x3 plate off, but then you just have to worry about it being a little less sturdy. Jump on the right hand on the right arm here, or the left hand on the left arm. I guess I just wasn't tilting his legs enough. So there he is. his hands. Alright, now I can skip ahead because I already did all of that. And now we can build his head, and that's going to be probably about it for bag 8. Let's get back down there. Lots of little snots and greeblies and offsets. Alright, I can start seeing that coming together there. Interesting, yeah, these are offset by, it doesn't even look like it's half a stud. It looks like it's like a quarter or a third of the stud there. So we've got a 1x2 plate with eyes printed on the side. That's still like a really novel technique to me, printing on the side of a plate. You know, they first started doing it with 1x1s, and I guess they've expanded to 1x2s here. Something about the eyes does seem a little off for some reason. Like, I can't quite place it, but I just like it feels off to me. Another printed part on a 1x2 tile here. That definitely helps, I think, with the look, having like a little bit more bulk above the head here. All right, got some originally found in Ccbs spikes there. For, I don't know, his little ears or antennas or whatever cool robot parts they are. All right, let's pop that on. All right, that's it for bag 8. Bag 9, build a matrix of leadership, and looks like some other accessories like the energon cube and his axe. Maybe the blaster. A couple of facts here. Optimus Prime started his life on Cybertron as a civilian known as Orion Pax, but was rebuilt as Optimus Prime to lead the Autobots in their fight against the Decepticons. And then the Matrix of Leadership is an artifact of great power, passed from one Autobot leader to the next. It is thought to be connected to Primus, the creator god of all Transformers. Alright, so let's build us a Matrix of Leadership here. Some nice silver railing. And then after this bag, we'll do another giveaway. And we'll build the final bag. And then I assume we're probably going to have a bunch of fun transforming him back and forth, taking a look at the set. This is a cool technique here we're going to be using. We use inkwell pieces, 1x1 round plate with a bar, to go into the tubes on the top there. So, and it can slide back and forth a little bit, but there's a good amount of friction, so as long as you don't mess with it, it should stay in place. That's gonna go in his chest, of course. And it's actually going into these mixel joints, which we're kind of using as almost as clips, but they're not very strong, so you can easily kind of pop this in and out without having to really pull on it, which if you did that, it might pop the center out. So, good on them. The Matrix of Leadership bestows upon its holders increased power, which can be used to perform miraculous feats of creation and destruction. Going back to Beast Wars, because of course everything has to go back to Beast Wars for me. Remember when Optimus Primal finds Optimus Prime in stasis, and the Matrix of Leadership, and uses it to become, I forget what they call him, Optimal Optimus or something like that. Alright, let's figure out a way to make the Transformers change shape again, so we can make more toys to sell. Missed a transport somewhere in here. Where are you hiding? There you are. Alright, there is our Energon cube. Unfortunately, I don't think it can like attach to anything really. That's kind of unfortunate. The Energon cube is a safe and convenient way of storing and transporting Energon, the most prominent fuel/food used by the Transformers. Alright, so that's done. Now we get to make his axe, which I think is only used in like one episode or something silly like that. It was enough that like it became iconic enough that so many of like the high-end versions of Optimus, like this set or like the Masterpiece sets, will include it as an accessory. We've got orange and flame yellowish orange here. And then also trans orange. And then gold as well. I got some gold late lightsaber bars. I think there's only 3 module, not the full 4 module. Some explosion effects here. I think we first saw those in like the superhero sets that we're sandwiching on. Pretty complex build here for this axe. Optimus Prime first used his iconic Energon axe in his duel with Megatron atop the Sherman Dam in the G1 episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 2. It was a second episode. Let's make sure I'm attaching this all correctly here. Got 6 of these Nexonite shields in trans orange, which I'm pretty sure existed in the Nexonite sets, but obviously we haven't seen those in a while, unfortunately. Optimus Prime only used his Energon axe once in the original cartoon, but in other media he frequently uses it when dueling Megatron. Yeah, so he uses it in the second episode, then it's never seen again in the entire rest of the show. Should be able to clip in there. Oh, it goes offset by 1. There we go. And then it's a handle for it here. Let's go on. Alright, now if he wants to use his axe, you do have to pop the hand off. Okay, the little click hinge thing will flip down, and there is an axle, those axle bricks in there that we can use to attach that. Last up, we've got his blaster. Close to the end of this bag. How are we doing on giveaways? Alright, this may be our last giveaway if no one else enters. Ooh, this is cool. The old school space canopy in solid black. Optimus Prime's primary tool in his fight against the Decepticons is his ion blaster. Capable of firing ionized particles, it's particularly effective against electronic devices, including most Decepticons. Wow, it's like a Bionicle reference there and calling it a tool. Oh, we got a 16 module Technic beam. Fancy. This blaster's gonna be a lot bigger than I was expecting, I feel like. There's definitely been a lot of attention to detail here. Make sure you put that through the middle axle hole here. You see all the details right on this blaster so far. Now we get a little black Technic bushing to cap it off there. Alright, so let's bring Optimus back over here, pop that off, flip this back up, put his hand on. And so they show the blaster attaching to these two studs here. Oh, it works. Alright, we can actually give him the axe in his other hand. Where'd that go? Leaning a bit too far forward there, Optimus. Now that he's got the two blasters, the blaster and the axe kind of puts a little bit more weight leaning forward. lots of little extra greasy parts in that bag. Alright, let's open bag 10. We do the jetpack and display base. And let's see, did anyone else enter our giveaway yet? No, no one else yet. Off for now, and we're gonna hold off the other box commander. I'm picking a winner for until we're done now. Joining us for the home stretch, I say. We'll do our last giveaway once the jetpack and display base are done. Interesting, so the jetpack is based on Sideswipe's jetpack from the G1 cartoon. Optimus Prime borrowed it in the episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 3 to pursue the Decepticon space cruiser Victory. So we're getting an accessory here that wasn't even Optimus Prime's, but you know, they thought it was cool enough that they included it anyway. Sounds like an interesting conversation there, Box Commander. Hopefully you two didn't end up screaming at each other while having the conversation. Yeah, right. So a lot of energy to get that worked up and that angry about something. They're gonna yell at someone about it. I agree. Try not to be around the kind of people that might make me that angry. Evolution of the talking stick. Yeah, sometimes it certainly seems like that can be handy. So people actually can listen to each other sometimes and just yelling past each other. Oh. I guess the weight of his axe was a bit too much there. Saw it just dropped, but no damage done, so that's a good sign. Oh, I totally almost skipped this step here. This stick is super soaker lid with an unpleasant smell. Interesting, yeah. You let me talk, or else I'm gonna spray you with this. I like the theory. Just don't do it in places where people might have ready access to firearms. Alright, look at the way this jetpack is coming together. Very hollow, but I'll keep it nice and light. I don't know, do they still make Super Soakers as powerful as they did back in the day? Good old CPS 2000. I love those nice Autobot printed tiles. Can't say I have kept up on Super Soaker technology. I do know for a while there it was getting a bit lackluster after the heyday in the late 90s. I really like how this is working out here. We got those 1x2 grill wedges. Kind of line up very nicely with that 2x3 wedge slope. No idea how accurate this is, but I do really like all the details, all these tiles, the little triangle cut out here. Looks pretty great. Based on how Nerf blasters have been getting power the last few years, I assume Super Soakers have been seeing a similar trend. Yeah, like I said, I'm not up to date. I know they were definitely not as good as they used to be for a while, but maybe that has changed as well. Hopefully. A lot of fun back in the late 90s. Alright, now I get to make some little Technic clips in here, it looks like, to allow the backpack to attach. interesting that we're using one pin and one axle here. So it goes in fairly securely, but it is less difficult to line it up. When we're putting a brick in, that means it can't accidentally pop out either, so that should be pretty secure. Of course, what good is a jetpack with any thrusters? Looking cool. All right. Oh, and then this can attach onto Optimus's back. Let's move him over here. Got a couple clips back there. And then, oh, the hollow space allows it to slip on top of this. Oh, and then these little things go into the little shoulder cutouts. Makes it nice and secure. Probably looks best like this in robot mode because it gets rid of a lot of the gappiness on the back. We'll definitely take a look at that before we wrap up. And last but not least is the display base, and I guess an alternate grill. For Optimus's chest. Let's do this sticker. Optimus Prime, function commander, freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Of course, his stats. Right off the back of that 1984 toy box. Did not go on well. Is it too late? Let's see if I can get that back off. Will look good until it didn't. There we go, it's better. This will display stand there for him. And then yeah, I guess this tile is for when he goes into vehicle mode. Maybe not strictly necessary, but a nice little detail nonetheless. All right, let's go back to our wide shot. Take a good look at Optimus here. Finish going through our instructions, see what else we've got. From robot to vehicle, just like the original toy, this is like a model of Optimus capable of changing back and forth. Blah, blah, blah. No disassembly necessary. So do show in the instructions how to make him go from one mode to the other. I think we pretty much got most of this Oh, the gun even attaches into the back, so that's a nice handy thing. Optimus Prime's blaster is the only accessory in this LEGO set that was included in the original toy, so it is also incorporated into the vehicle mode. So yeah, like the Energon axe and the Energon cube weren't included, so they're not taken into consideration here. All right. Let's put up our giveaway link one more time. See if we get anyone else to enter, and let's try to transform him here into vehicle mode. Oh, there goes the jetpack. Well, we had to take the jetpack off anyway. I'm not sure I like how easily that popped off, but we'll figure it out. That attaches with a couple of studs. Okay, so gotta straighten the legs out, put them together. Those go down. The entirety of the legs here. You're supposed to go forward? Yeah, there we go. And that turns around until we have Optimus Carbot here. The head folds down here. So we'll check the instructions to see exactly what the head's supposed to do. The head's supposed to spin around. There we go. Alright, and then arms, hands, arms, hands. So those fold back. Where do the arms go? Alright, those are going to fold into here. Okay, so you lift up the front grille. Those go in. And the hands fold down. Do it again on the side. Arm goes back. That. Hands down. And that folds in. And not put the hands down. Okay. Hands need to make sure the hands are like down all the way. And there are two studs here that the front grille can pop onto to make it a little more secure there. And then can pop that 2x6 off and give him his normal headlight look. Oh, I forgot that. There we go. And then the blaster that folds down, and that goes in between the legs here. I think it just kind of slides in. Oh, slides in. Oh, okay, there's a little lock. You pull it back, and it kind of locks in place on something. And it rolls quite nicely. Definitely seems like a little unsteady here. I'm not sure if that's just because I didn't do a good job transforming it or what. From the front, I think it looks great. And yeah, it rolls very well. Looks really cool in car form here. And so now we get to turn him back into the robot. So we're gonna make sure we remove our blaster. I really like the little inset here. They kind of offset that 1x2 slope of the 1x1 plate there. Make it a cool little shape. Alright, so fold that forward. That's definitely key, is getting that out of the way. And then fold the hands up. Hands up. Can we like rotate the arms out a bit? And then fold the rest of the upper arm out. And as we showed earlier, these little 1x2 plates with the bars go into these snot bricks, and that kind of locks them in place there. All right, and the head spins up. Oh, pops off there. There's that. Spins around. And then the hips fold down, whole thing spins around here. Feet come out, gas tanks go down, separate the legs. All right, these little flaps on the arms fold in. Folds down, and there are two studs down here. Now you kind of pop that into, and then, oh no, I gotta fold these in first, and then pop that in there. And you can pop that tile off and put that one back on to match more of the cartoon look, I guess. And there we go, Autobot leader, Optimus Prime. Let's turn off that giveaway link. We'll pick our last winner here. Congratulations, Balam, nom 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 nom, winning a Lego Movie 2 collectible minifigure. All right, so as far as posability goes, assuming you lock the shoulders in, he still has some good posability here. The shoulders can go up and down, they can rotate, and yeah, if you do want to unlock the shoulders, you can give him like a little more shoulder posability there. Although, in theory, he can do some on his own without unlocking that. You just gotta watch out for that hitting like the rest of the structure here. And then yeah, his elbows, and they can go like that. His hands can twist around, and his thumb is posable, and his 3 fingers are posable with 1, although it's pretty easy to adjust that, be like a little less sturdy, but you can easily make the 3 individual fingers posable. We do have to watch out. I noticed as I was doing that, his top became a little unsteady. You gotta make sure you firmly attach to those 1x2 plates, 1x2 studs there. All right. His head is on a mixel joint, so it can turn from side to side. It can go back very little. It can go down a good bit. And it's not very helpful for posing. I wish it could tilt back a little more. As far as the legs go, there is no knee, although the legs can spin to help with some posing. The feet can go in and out, so that way when he's in a wide stance like this, the feet can go in to keep him steady, and he does use those little rubber tread connectors to give him some sturdiness in robot mode so he doesn't slip. You can see as I tilted him backwards, that connection for the shoulder is not very strong. So that popped out. And then his hips do have a bit of range of motion. You can see he's tilting very far forward here. You're probably going to want to make sure you tilt him back when he's posing, which does look a little odd, but you're definitely going to want to tilt him back when he has like a blaster or the energon axe in his hand, because that's going to weigh him forward. The back does look very empty here. It is clearly designed for the jetpack to be on there, just to cover up all of this gappiness there. And as I mentioned before, this opening here covers this part. These little things go in the holes behind the shoulders, and those two clips attached to keep it on Optimus's back. So there we go. And that definitely helps with the back. Otherwise, he does not look great from behind. It does make it a little more interesting to transform him, though. I don't know if I'm not doing it right, but that keeps popping off very easily. Okay, maybe it's also supposed to attach to those two studs. Let's make sure. No, it's definitely well above those studs. Wait, it's not pushing it in enough? There we go. All right, that feels like it's sturdy. I think what I was doing was kind of getting it in between the gap there, between the bar and the bottom, and not actually clipping it onto him. So you do have to make sure you actually clip it on. All right, what else we got? So the chest opens up. We've got the Matrix of Leadership. Cool little build there. I think that works very well. Uses some Mixel sockets to hold that in place, kind of loosely, like sturdily enough that it's not gonna fall out, but loosely enough that you can easily pull it in and out. He's got his blaster here, which if you pose his hand properly, you gotta fold down the thumb in order to do it. And the blaster actually attaches to those two studs there. It does not attach to the hand in any way. It just kind of looks like he's holding it. Does make for a sturdy connection, a little less posability, and he can kind of stand in a few different poses with that. I would worry about posing it with like out like that, pointing it. Because like over time, gravity is gonna take control of that click hinge. So either like go for it and already start posing it pointed down, or just tilt the whole arm up and have him holding the gun up like that. All right, then he's got his Energon axe, which to use you have to pop off the hand. It can go in either hand, and there's a little click hinge Technic pin there that you fold down, and then the Energon axe has this brown axle coming in here, and there are some Technic bricks with axles hiding in the arm that goes into. And again, the same thing, if you try to pose it like this, over time gravity is going to pull it down, so either keep it down to begin with, or you're just going to like bring the whole arm up. There might be some other poses in between. Right, I've only just built the set, so there are very possibly other positions that are good you can get him to stay in. I am noticing that his chest keeps popping off of those two studs that are there. So you gotta watch that as well. Because if that pops off, then his top can kind of spin, and it makes him a little less sturdy. Maybe a pose like that would be pretty good. And even though he looks like he's kind of leaning forward, he seems pretty steady. Although as I did that, I noticed that the legs started to like do the split. Although there is only so far they can go. They do run, the tires start hitting the body here, but you might want to watch out for that. There we go, maybe try to do a more standing straight up pose. Doesn't maybe look as good as like a little wider stance, but you can, since you can rotate the bottom legs, it does make him look pretty decent. Probably for long-term display, I would say that's a good choice. And then you do also get the Energon cube here, nice little accessory. I'm not sure what exactly he can do with it, if he can hold it or if it's just kind of there to sit there and look pretty. Oh, and as I did that, the chest popped off again. There we go. I guess he can hold it in his hand. And then he's got his little display plaque as well. Yeah, so that is Optimus Prime, the Lego set. Something I thought we were never going to see. And yeah, here it is. Very fun build. You know, maybe slightly repetitive in the fact that it's pretty much a perfect mirror. The only exception to that is on the lower legs here. One side has clips and the other side has bars, so they can clip together when he goes into vehicle mode, but otherwise perfectly symmetric. What you'd expect. You know, I don't think I would have wanted him to be asymmetric because it would have been weird, but it does just make the building process a little bit repetitive at times. But still, like, the fact that as you're building him, you can kind of see how the transformation is going to work, and how that's all going to go together is really cool. Definitely adds to the fun of it, and then once it's done, you can actually transform him fully, and knock your table and have the Energon Cube fall out. But yeah, definitely really cool. A partnership I didn't expect to ever see between Lego and Hasbro, but I'm glad that it happened because we got this really cool set. So thank you everyone for watching today. Hope you enjoyed our stream. We'll hopefully be back next weekend with another build. Let's see. Looks like there's a bit of a split as far as what you guys want to see next. So I'll take a look at all the votes from last week and this week and tally those up. And yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to build. So thanks again. Have a great rest of your weekend and a great coming week. Hopefully everyone is staying high and dry with the hurricane coming through this past week. And yeah, have a great one. Bye everyone.